Well, right now, I want to switch gears real quick. Joe, hang on the line. I got some lines open at 314-969-9797. Rachel Sutherland from Fox News Radio is joining us at the moment to talk a little bit more about Betsy DeVos. Lamar Alexander said that we've at least moved her along in the process now, I guess, Rachel, where she'll get an up or down vote soon, right?
Yeah, that's going to happen on Monday, actually. The Senate came in bright and early this morning before dawn. The last time that happened, I believe, was back in 2009 when they were working on Obamacare, so they never come in that early. And the reason for that is they wanted to take what's called a cloture vote. They wanted to take a vote to end debate on the nomination of Betsy DeVos as Education Secretary. They did do that right around 7 a.m., and that means that clears the way for a full vote for her on Monday. And so that's set up. Only thing is, it's very tight. Two Republicans, Susan Collins of Maine and also one other from, I believe it's Alaska, have said that they are not going to support DeVos for Education Secretary, which means there's a 50-50 split in the Senate, and it would require a vote from the vice president to break that tie. Now, he's not required to do that, but you would think the Trump administration would probably want him to get DeVos through.
When is the last time we faced something like that, Rachel?
Well, I'm not real sure as far as in recent history. I don't think there was anything like that for the Obama administration. But it is fairly rare. I would say it's more rare when you see it so tight with the Supreme Court nominee. But the issue with DeVos, what's at issue here, is that she has a different approach to education. She's been working within the charter school sector. She's a proponent of school vouchers. And so her opponents say, look, this person doesn't have any background working in the public school system, and yet she's going to lead the education department, which oversees the public school system. They don't like that. They don't like the fact that she's really a fan of school choice. But if you're someone who likes vouchers, charter schools, choice, you'll like Betsy DeVos. If you're somebody who's more traditional, wants a traditional public school education, or just uncertain, then you won't like her. I think there's a chance over the weekend that someone could change their minds, and if that happens, another Republican, if they were to change their minds, that's the flat-out blocking of this nominee.
Boy, I hope that doesn't happen. I did hear some of the Democrats said that they wouldn't vote for her because she'd never had to take out a student loan. Well, I guess not if you're worth millions of dollars and your family started Amway, right?
Well, I guess. And I don't know if that's the major bone. I mean, maybe one bone to pick. But not voting for her, I think the bigger issue is the lack of experience working in public education. And then I think there's concern, I don't know if it's founded or not, but concern that there may be money loss for public schools or a big shakeup with public schooling that has some people worried, especially the teachers' unions and long time serving teachers. They're just concerned. I mean, it really is a philosophical difference. So it's a matter of where you stand on education. And, this is one of these bread and butter issues. People really pay attention when it comes to things like schools for their kids, taxes, health care. All of that is so much more important in what we think about than some wall somewhere.
Sure. No, absolutely. Rachel Sutherland from Fox News Radio. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep, I appreciate that. Here's the trap for Democrats. They can fight Betsy DeVos and they can go back and look at all these evil things she would do to public education, but she's not the only one out there who feels that way. And my suspicion is if they somehow manage to kill this, if some other lily-livered Republican besides Murkowski or Susan Collins announces this week that they're not going to support her and her nomination fails, if I'm Donald Trump, I'm making 100% sure that the next person I nominate is more radical than Betsy DeVos. You can bet on it. And the smell test for them would be, do you support vouchers? Because if these Democrats think that they can get a education secretary under Donald Trump that agrees with their point of view, just because the person disagrees with their point of view is not a reason to not allow that person into the office. What are they going to do if they get someone who's been a school superintendent somewhere who has education background but still supports vouchers? What's their excuse then? That just proves this is all politics.